Okay. I can't tangle. I can't tell what angle any of this needs to be in order for me to be comfortable, but I know that I've been like messing around with this camera quite a bit because, I mean, okay, lay it down. Scorpio season, transformations, 100% babes, shorties, and I have absolutely zero idea what I was talking about in my last video. Not to say that it's all for mood point, but the recollection in my head, zero. All I know is right now, my current feeling is soupy. I feel like the stage of metamorphosis of a caterpillar when they're in their little chrysalis, whatever the hell it is, and it's just, they turn to soup. That's what I feel like. I feel like soup because I feel like I am merging like and this is the point of Scorpio season. So much of my like shadow is like coming up of just like, and particularly around like my self-worth and like how much of it is funneled and how much of it was unconsciously funneled into how other people see me. And I know, or at least I feel like saying that sounds like a very obvious thing. And I always knew it. I've always known I'm a people pleaser. I've always known to a degree that my interactions with people are based on me wanting them to be comfortable and me wanting them to be happy. And me having issues with boundaries around showing like, or like taking up too much space or showing myself as I am. I was gonna say like showing more of me, but like it's not showing more of me. I think sometimes I show like not too much, but sometimes I just think I am very reactionary and just so eager to please, like so eager to like validate somebody else's experience, so eager to like let somebody know that I'm actually listening to them, that like I think that feeds into a lot of why I get so drained socially, is because I don't just allow myself to be like non-responsive or like quiet or silent. Like I just don't always, like I allow myself, it's weird, I allow myself that when I don't want to interact with anyone, like if I'm just by myself in a space. But as soon as I come into like this middle ground of like being around like a group of people, like if I'm around no one or if I'm around one person, that will exist. Like I'll be able to be silent, I'll be able to be myself. But in this like middle ground of being around like a group of people or a large amount of people, I have such little boundaries. Or even just like 3 people, like even if it's just not one single person, if it's like 2 people or 3 people, like any multiple number above me and somebody else, even then if I'm me and somebody else and that somebody else is somebody that I don't really know that well, I'm just not grounded at all. Anyway, going on a waffling ramble thing. Yeah, I've always known that I'm a people pleaser. I've always known that a lot of my personality shifts in those circumstances to make people or a group feel comfortable, and to like fulfill my insecurities or my woundings by healing them in other people or like giving other people the love that I want. Yeah. I know that I've operated in that way. I've been conscious that I've operated in that way for a number of years, but like the extent to which it is thus like integrated into my psyche is terrifying. And I was unraveling all of that just now, just going back and forth between like, oh no, oh no, oh no, no. And like no wonder the past 2 months have been so focused on like I was wondering why in my birth chart I've had so many moons in my 2nd house, because like all my Libra, well, there's all Libra, And I'm pretty sure like the last, oh no, the Virgo moon was in my first house, but it was all Libra, and now this Scorpio one is also in my second house because it was 2 degrees Scorpio, so it was in the last little bit of my second house. And I was like, yeah, cool. No wonder there needs to be so much focus on this, because hi babe, you have issues. Anyway, back to me feeling like absolute soup. I feel like I don't feel like, it's not that I don't recognize myself in cameras or in mirrors, but like I went through all my clothes yesterday, just being like, which ones are me? Like, what ones do I feel like myself in? And I don't even know. Like this dress that I'm wearing today, I'm like, yeah, it's a nice color. It goes with my hair, it goes with my skin, but is this me? Do I look like me? I don't know. I don't know if this looks like me. Like, obviously I'm me, but like, I don't know if... It's such a peaceful neighborhood. Why do people have to do that? I just don't understand. That road is 50. You go 50 on that road. There is no way you need to rev your engine to go 50. Anyway, let it go, Annabelle. It's a car. They're just driving. They're probably having fun. You're just sensitive right now and you're taking issue with pretty much everything in your life. Okay. Yeah, feeling soupy. I feel like I said at the beginning, that's the whole point of Scorpio season, is to like put you into the cocoon, get you to be soup, and like whatever area of your life the moon's hitting is the area that will turn into soup. Unfortunately, mine is just like the house of like your self-worth and like your possessions and your self-image, and you're like, well, maybe not your self-image, it's more first house, but like your possessions, how you value yourself. It is kind of a little bit self-image because it's your value. I think for the beginning of like Libra season, I was focusing on like my values, and now this is the time for me to be like, what is your value? And I'm like, oh no. And I think I hinge a lot of that on like my body and my appearance, and not in the way of like I have to look good, but I have to be able to like know who I am. And I think that just inherently comes from like me having a first house stellium. Like my value and myself and my being is like me. It is me, it is who I am, which I feel like would be for a lot of people. But this soupy feeling, man, it's really getting to me. I don't know how to dress myself. I am overanalyzing every single interaction that I have with a human being. I feel like I just need to be in my house and be alone. But I also know that like I can't do that 24/7. I need to do social things. And I'm happy and I'm proud of myself that I did the social thing yesterday, but actually no, I'm not gonna add a button there. I'm happy and I'm very proud that I did the social thing yesterday. And I'm grateful that I had a journaling session that I did this morning, because I'm really just kind of flushing it and realizing more like I'm finding at least something to anchor myself to, which is that like other people's reactions to me are their own thing. And I think I touched on that in my last video. That's their own thing. And so that gives me like a little bit of relief. But also there's this thing coming up of like, my reactions to other people are also my own thing. But then I'm also aware of all the different kinds of reactions I've had to people. And there are people that I've reacted to that are just like repulsive, in like, not like a repellent, I guess. I'm very like repelled by the energy. And then like, again, I think, not again, I'm very repelled by their energy, and then there's a deep fear inside of me that goes, oh, you're capable of feeling that way towards a human being, which means another human being is capable of feeling that way towards you, which means somebody would be disgusted by you, somebody would be repelled by you, somebody would be put off by you. And that is shaking me to my absolute core and being like, holy fuck. Because if I leave the thought there, if I leave the thought on the feeling of like, oh no, I'm capable of this feeling, it means other people are capable of this feeling, then I'm like, oh shit, that's awful. But if I allow myself to take it further and go, okay, well, that feeling is your responsibility, it's not a reflection of that person, it's a reflection of you, then that kind of like unties that knot, because then in the reverse situation, I'm able to be like, okay, then that person, then somebody feeling that way about you isn't a reflection of you. It's a reflection of what's inside of that person that admittedly you're triggering, but it doesn't inherently mean it's a bad thing. And like, it's this whole back and forth maze that like I'm trying just to drill into my head, because my head naturally just wants to stop at the observation of, ooh, I feel icky around people, which means people will feel icky around me, and that terrifies me. And my brain just stops there, and I'm trying to like make it process it a bit further, but that processing isn't doing very well. I mean, it is. No, it is. It's doing really well. I was journaling for 2 hours about, well, not about it, but about a lot of things. But that was like a common theme, that I would be thinking I'd be straying from what I'm talking about right now, and then I'd come back and I'd be like, oh, it's all about this feeling. Anyway. My goal is that I just want to be able to feel like myself in all circumstances. Like, and I guess there's also a bit of myself that's just frustrated with the wounded parts of me, because there's a part of me that's cognizant of everything. There's a part of me that's aware that it's just wounding, and it's just this, and it's just this, and it's this, and this. But then there's a part of me that's just like, okay, well, if you know it, then why don't you just change? Why can't you just be different and not be like held back by all these insecurities? And like, it just wants to be really cutthroat and really hard on myself about like knowing the thing but not applying the thing to my life. And it's like, I wish it was that easy, babe. I wish it was that easy, just to like know something and then have it integrated into your life immediately. Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah. So there's a lot of things kind of just like whipping in around my mind. Like, I'm trying to be gracious with myself, understanding with myself, and patient with myself. I'm trying to like calm down frustration, calm down anxiety, calm down self-doubt, and also calm down the urge to just want to detach from all of it and just like sit and either read or watch YouTube videos. That is also an urge that I'm trying to, or like run away and escape into like online conversations with people. I am trying so hard to stay away from that temptation, and it is difficult. It is difficult, and I am not succeeding in I'm succeeding in a lot of ways, but I'm also giving in. I am also watching. I have an assignment that I need to do. Why can't I run away and do an assignment, Annabelle? Because I'm scared of failure. Ooh, just a little bit of soup and a little cocoon, and oh my god, I would love to be finished this process. It is so uncomfortable. I am in a lot of discomfort. I am not in my primary like form of functioning and wanting to like be, not that I want to not be, but I don't want to be this. Anyway, if you're feeling anything similar, just like know that you're not alone. And like, I'm trying to comfort myself with the fact that like, this is part of the parcel of Scorpio season. It's part of the parcel of right now, and it is for like the greater good. It is for my benefit that I'm like having to like become one with all of these shadow parts of myself that want to reject a lot of my parts of myself. It is important that I do this, because otherwise the quicker, not that I have any control of it, but like the more that I embrace this discomfort, the more that I embrace what it's trying to give me, which is the confrontation of like everything I've just been talking about for the past 15 minutes. The more that I embrace that, the more comfortable I become in the discomfort. And I don't know if it means that the quicker this will all be over, but I do know that at least I'll be more comfortable. So, I don't know, I feel like running away can feel like the best solution ever, and distraction can feel like the best solution ever, because you can just be kind of like, another big theme that I've been realizing that kind of goes into that runaway theme is that like I've been really disengaged from myself because of this feeling. Because if I engage with myself and I connect to myself, I feel that and I just want to not engage with that feeling, so I'll engage with anything and everything else, but it's just not fulfilling. It's like enough to keep your dopamine like firing and engaged and being like, oh yeah, yay, but like if I'm ever talking to people online, like to friends, like if I'm, because I don't have the energy to see a lot of people in person. Like yesterday I had this, whatever, it's not important. If I'm talking to people online, I'm not fully connecting, because I'm not fully connecting to myself. I'm doing it as like a thing to like get myself to do something, but even as I'm talking, I'm like overthinking the messages that I'm sending, because I'm not sending them from anywhere grounded or whole. I'm just like speaking for the sake of engaging with something. So the connection isn't like even fully and completely there. And then if I'm watching YouTube videos, or if I'm like, actually reading seems to be one of the things that I'm like fully connected to, which is nice. But if I'm watching YouTube videos, I'm like just not engaged at all. I just don't want to watch them. I just have them there. So I have sound, but my eyes don't even want to watch them, because if I start watching YouTube videos, the reason I know that I don't actually want to watch any of them is because I'm just still scrolling like other videos to watch while I have one playing. I'm like, I'm just doing this for the sake of doing something, because I don't want to feel what I'm feeling right now. And that is what running away looks like. That is what disengaging from yourself looks like. And that is what I have been doing. Admittedly. And not proudly. Anywho, ow, just a cut on my foot and it really hurts. I'm gonna go get a coffee so then I can come home and sit down and do this fucking assignment and just be over and done with it, and then do the assignment. No, I'm not. No, my plate ends there. I'm not thinking about anything I have to do after that, because I just need to be able to like envision doing this assignment. And if I add anything more to that, it's just going to overwhelm me and I'm just not going to do anything. So all I have to do is the assignment. 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 That's it. That is my priority, the assignment. Okay. I'm gonna get coffee. I'm gonna get myself a little cake. Maybe a little cake, and then I'm gonna come over and do my assignment. I just so don't want to do it. Anyway, I'm just like absolutely rattling on about little to nothing, but I hope that if you're feeling like this, seeing that you're not alone and maybe hearing some of my resolutions can help, because it's an icky feeling and it's not anything to be ashamed of, really. It's difficult and it's uncomfortable and it's hard, but it's something that like you're not alone in, and there's nothing flawed in you for feeling like this. There's nothing flawed in me for feeling like this. This is just kind of like a part of life. Life has seasons. You have different parts of you. All of them are going to be changing in different ways. Some of those changes will feel more welcomed. Some of them will feel more like this. That's okay. It's all part of being human. And it's all part of understanding and learning and being able to like cope with the differences and the polarities of life, which, boy oh boy, isn't that Scorpio season, Annabelle? Wow. Anyway, okay, I'm going to like try and like connect to things, like the world, not necessarily people, but like the world. Okay, bye.